Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to my atelier. I am John Fitzgerald, a graduated fashion designer. This is an introduction video, so it should be short. If it's your first time tuning in, seeing my face, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that follow, because you're gonna love this channel. You're gonna love everything I do here. Trust me, if you are into fashion, or fashion is your passion, no pun intended, if it's your passion, then definitely tune in. The reason is because I do everything from textile design to painting my own textile, graphics, sewing, patterns, all of that good stuff. So you're gonna learn a lot on this channel. So right now you're in my atelier, like you're in my safe space. So I hope you understand we're very, very intimate right now. You're in the atelier, you're in the place where the magic happens. This place is where creativity comes to life. What can you expect on this channel? I'm not a content creator. I'm not. I am documenting my creations. That's what I'm doing right now. Documenting my process, documenting my creations. And it's a selfish thing, I know. It's like a digital journal. It's my digital journal. It is selfish, I know. There's another part of it that's unselfish, and that is to inspire. I want this channel to be an inspiration for you. And you, I mean the kid out there that aspires to become a fashion designer, so much inspiration, but doesn't know where to start. I'm also speaking to the established fashion designer who's looking at me like, oh, kid, and want to teach me something, Feel free to watch and teach me. I want to learn. I'm a curious learner. At the age of 4, my mom realized I was creative. She always tells the same story. Every time we have guests over, it's the same story she tells. The story goes, when I was 4 or 5, I came back from school. I had an assignment, and the assignment was drawing myself. At that time, I didn't know, or I didn't think I could draw, so I handed the assignment to my mom saying, hey mom, please draw me. So she drew a stick figure, and the story took a turn. I became pissed, upset, crying. I became so angry, I tore her drawing to shreds because it was a stick figure. Apparently, I thought it wasn't good. So I took another piece of paper and I started drawing. And she looked and she saw the details that I, at the age of 4 or 5, already had. And she knew, hey, this kid is going to do something creative someday. Then moving on, when I was 12 years old, I used to collect fabrics, like old fabrics, put them under my bed. And when my mom was cleaning, she would look under the bed and she's like, why are you saving all these fabrics? Like, what is the reason you're doing that? And I would tell her, I forgot these stories, but she tells me, I would tell her the reason I'm doing this is to use them as patchwork to create clothing. At a young age, it was funny that I was already doing what I'm doing today, taking used fabrics and making new creations. That's basically the aesthetics of my brand and the mindset and the vision of my brand. So I just find it funny. So I'm talking to that kid, that kid at the age of 4 or 5, at the age of 12, who had such an inspiration in fashion, but didn't pursue that goal. I took on fashion way too late. Like a couple of years ago, I started fashion when I should have done it a long time ago. The reason is I wasn't really supported in the sense of fashion, through school. Everybody was like, you have to be a doctor or a lawyer or whatever. And also at a certain age, I got some types of friends who were into sports, and then basketball became a big thing. I eventually had like talent for basketball as well. So I got a full ride scholarship to play in the United States, which I did. Graduated college. After that, life went on, got a job, yada, yada, yada. And, I was at a point a couple of years ago where I'm like, what's next? I took on a side hustle. The side hustle was actually buying shirts from China or sometimes Bangladesh and selling them, heat pressing them and selling them. The hustle that everyone is doing nowadays. But I quickly realized it wasn't for me. I was more interested in how the fabrics were made. Like, how was a t-shirt made? How are pants made? What stitches? How are the labels sewed in? You know, I was more curious about the design, the construction, instead of just putting a screen print on a t-shirt and, you know, shipping it off to whomever. Like, that wasn't my thing. That wasn't my thing. And I know there are ton of you guys out there who do that and can do it very well and are making like millions doing it. But I mean, I couldn't. I just got obsessed with how these things are created, how they're made. I start, ripping these t-shirts apart. I know it's not very sustainable, but that's what I did. That was my learning curve. Rip them apart, sew them back together, hand sewing, because I didn't have a sewing machine. As soon as I got a sewing machine, I borrowed a sewing machine. I started learning how to sew via YouTube. My obsession, my passion grew and grew and grew. And eventually I came to a point where I was like, okay, I'm working right now, but I'm gonna take night classes in a fashion school. And then I graduated this year, 2024, I graduated fashion school. My degree is on the wall. I'm creating a collection. It's called Paper Plane, and Paper Plane has to do about going back to my young self, going back to the core. I believe fashion is an art form, so we should treat it that way. Like, fashion, the only difference between fashion and like painting, is that fashion is wearable. You can put it on your body. But I believe we shouldn't look at fashion as, just clothes. Like, just being more creative, outside of the box, changing patterns, playing with texture, playing with proportions, all of that good stuff. So, and that's what I love about fashion. I'm obsessed with this, what I'm doing right now. So I'm putting out this YouTube channel. If you're interested, if you're inspired, if you're fired up like me, if you're passionate, click like, click subscribe, follow me on this channel, follow me on this journey. Let's get to know each other. I'm manifesting it right now. Like I said, I started this YouTube channel, and I wanted this YouTube channel not to be just a small YouTube channel. I manifested it on my vision board to, be big, like to get one of those awards, like I said. So I do have that in mind. My goals for my collection is that it ends up in stores and on the runway, like nothing more, nothing less. So in stores, on runways, and of course on your back. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. I'm ending this video with 4 words that I take to heart. And the 4 words are: be more fearless. Be more is because we humans can be anything we put our mind to. Like, for real, we can be and do anything we put our mind to. And fearless. Fear is what holds us back. Like, I feared this camera. Like, it might not seem that way, but I feared having this conversation, and I just held off. Even though I had the goal in 2024, it's December right now, it's the end of the year, and I'm just now doing it because of fear. So if we fear less, we'll achieve more, we can be more. So be more fearless. So I end with that. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am John Fitzgerald. I'm a fashion designer. You're a fashion designer. I hope you like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. And I hope to see you in my next video.